It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Niners and the Boys coming up next.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington in the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. As CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This is Tony Pollard. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This is Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On play action, Prescott. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Runs through the contact. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott from the gun. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 29 yards. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown at Zerline. He'll kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense about to go to work, and it's Jimmy Garoppolo, Charles, at quarterback.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first down, it's Mitchell. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Now back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Randy Gregory. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter and continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time?
They were really good on the last drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lowered in the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
This is Lamb on the end around. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he's taken down inside the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And down inside the 15 he goes.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push on in front further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st down, Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo looks to throw. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards away. And Gold is able to put it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. The return man, Wilson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Niners in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Mitchell, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
8 yards to go on second down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. They'll find Ayuk open right side. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Let's go. I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 78 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Muscles him off. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
After review of play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And they will take a knee here. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough